So what are we doing today?
Today, we're looking for a pen. To break down my stuff. I got a fancy new little book. You have your fancy new little book?
I do. There's a pen in the back.
Yeah, all good. What are we doing today? We are... Oh, I have pens in my thing. I'm good. I was actually kind of prepared.
If you were prepared.
So we, this weekend, we were at the SCG Con in Atlanta. Josh played the main Magic event, and day 2, I played Lorcana sides, and today we're going to start what we're intending to be a regular kind of weekly Wednesday stream where we play Lorcana games.
Yeah, play for a couple hours, get a feel for some stuff. Get prepped for the inevitable announcements of challenges whenever that happens.
So I played the Diggy Hole kind of, which I love the name of that, the Amber Steel Dwarves build that's out there. I really like the deck. I think it's a great deck. The only deck that I felt I really struggled against when I thought I had an okay hand or wasn't 100% sure the exact strategy was the more traditional SteelSong build. And to be fair,
lost in the top 8 of
that's right in the finals too. Yeah, not though the quarterfinals. And to be fair, I didn't play test against that one. So we're going to play test against that one after the fact.
Yeah, so I think it's probably a pretty good.
Josh thinks it's probably a pretty good matchup.
I think it's just a matter of sequencing.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out the sequencing in the quarterfinals, which is not where you want to be figuring out the sequencing. So we're going to replay it and see how.
Sure.
You keep talking. I just remembered volume. I want to make sure the volume's on. Talk so I can look at it.
Wow. So professional. So set up.
The little microphone thing is moving.
Checked it.
Oh, did you? Oh. This is my extra sleeves.
Yeah.
That 16 is your probably recounted.
No idea. You won't start shuffling that stuff.
Am I playing SteelSong? You're playing the Dwarfs?
Yep. I want to point out the lines of play on it. So now you know what this stuff's on. Short sleeves anyway.
Pardon?
Short sleeves anyway.
It's not there?
You don't have no sleeves. Tell me short sleeves.
Short by 4?
Yeah.
Okay. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59.
How many cards list was this?
This was a 60 card list.
You made mistakes on it.
I have made mistakes in mine. Well, here's the list. Do you want to double check my apparently incorrect work? And I will go find another sleeve.
Sure. Shuffle that.
It should be done every 6 cards.
Oh, how do we muck this up? Another start.
What?
Do you don't have 4 daisies on this list?
Oh, alright.
Stop touching.
I like touching.
Stop touching.
I love touching.
I understand that, but stop it.
Alright, well, I guess the daisy's the... Yeah, I didn't even look at the numbers of the early cards. I just pulled 4 of everything. Okay, that's fair. I was looking at 2 different lists and I couldn't decide on which one I wanted to pull.
Alright, cool. So, 4 Cindy's, 2 daisies, not 4. 4 Robin Hoods, check. 4 Lelos, check. 4 Smees, check. 2 Ursulas, check. 4 Ariels, check. 2 Gastons, check. 3 Lawrence, not 4. 3 Pete, check. Punzel, check. Big Robin Hood, check. 2 Aerial Sonic Singer check. 2 Cindy, 4 Let the Storm, 4 Proxy, Strength, Rage, and Fire, 4 Long Games Use, 4 Wonder World. Yep. Ooh,
So it must be over 60 cards then.
It's 4 cards, 3 cards.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, sorry. 17, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 23, 4, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Perfect. Okay.
So it feels like it's right.
Okay, so something more traditional build of SteelSong versus the Amber Steel Dwarf Mine.
Yep.
And we're going to go through this, and Josh is going to show me, I guess, what I should have done. Already talking through it on our flight back, I realized I was prioritizing the wrong things in most matchups. Which is I still did good, yeah.
Back to back with it, so like,
and I was prioritizing not Lawrence, and every time that I saw Lawrence in my hand, I kept thinking I should play him, but I'm going to play 2 cards instead of just one. So.
The amount of times where I watch you just like not curve a Lawrence because you just don't was wild.
I'm pretty sure I remember how to play traditional SteelSong, so.
I think you do. That's why you're on that.
We got these fun little books.
Yeah.
I agree, the lines are too thick.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're stylized, right? Because
I did do them different thicknesses, yeah.
Well, like just like even like that, right? Like that's not a line.
What?
Like that shouldn't go up. Like it gets thicker and then thinner. It's like
yeah, they're stylized. Yeah, actually, just regular lines. I was trying to make fancy.
Visually distinct. Alright, stream test. And so opponent Rachel SteelSong.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
All right. 2 to go first?
Sure. It's called high roll. Cool, 7.
Yes, you going to go first.
Alright, cool.
You.
So in this matchup, being on the play means that I can maul for a Cindy. Daisy early is okay-ish, given how many songs and non-character cards you've got in your deck, but I really do want a Cindy to threaten your early singers, is what I want. Got turn 1 Cindy on my end means that you can't resolve turn 1 Cindy on your end, and that's kind of what I want to prevent you from doing. So
I want turn 1 Cindy, I want to turn 2 Song, and I want to just keep the board empty.
Hand's real good.
So this version of the deck has... Oh, that is good.
So I don't think...
I'm not playing full enchanted, so that's going to make me bad.
Sucker.
Oh, I should have adjusted things.
Sucker.
I need more pink sleeves so I can make the adjustments quickly.
Too bad. So this hand feels pretty good. So this hand has a lot going on with it. It's got things that are hard to kill. Pete's good. Lawrence is good. Cindy is solid here. I don't really have any notes on this because you look at it and go, you've got your turn 1 curve of Cindy, turn 2 a Piglet. Because if I go turn 1 Cindy, I can sing Let the Storm Rage On to remove whatever Rachel plays. If I do that, that turn 2 Piglet is pretty safe. If they play nothing on turn 1, they can just quest with Cindy, play a Piglet, and then turn 3 kind of do whatever I want to do. So this hand is going to be very hard to stop, especially with either the Pete or the Lawrence. Lawrence, if I'm looking to push Laura. Pete, if I'm worried about maybe her playing some removal spells, but I don't think I'm super concerned about that with this hand. So I think that the play here is probably to ink one of the 2 Cinderellas, to play Cinderella on turn 1, Piglet on turn 2, and hopefully something inkable off the top.
One of my opponents was getting real upset with me with that deck because I kept inking my enchantments. It's the most expensive ink. I'm like, I'm not going to use the Keenan. Yeah, all 4 of them can go into the ink pile.
Yeah, keep it trash.
All right.
Cool. So I'm going to maul 0 on my end because my hand's real good.
Okay, I rolled 5.
Cool. Yeah, you mauled 5. All right, so kick it off. Gonna ink the Cindy to play a Cindy. Power move, pass turn.
That's fair. That's crappy. Alright, so ideally I'd like a daisy here because that can't remove the daisy turn 2. However, I don't have a daisy. So I'm going to ink that and I'm going to hope you don't have to remove it.
I think that's the.
Do you think that's the wrong play?
Well, so I'm not going to comment on your plays because you want to learn this matchup, but yeah, that's the play you mean. Go for it.
Because I'm going to hope you don't have the removal, and I have nothing else to do on turn. Other than, I guess, the Robin Hood, but he dies the same thing. So.
Storm, draw card. Hey, look, it's a Kita that's worthless. Look for ink.
I think I want to replace Kitas in that deck with more Plutos.
So here I have an inflection point. I have an inflection point if I could play the Calhoun or I could play the Piglet. The Calhoun I would play if I didn't remove your Cinderella on the first turn because the Calhoun pressures your Cindy back. In this case, because I have nothing to worry about on your board, I'm just going to play the Piglet because I know you can't stop it for a couple of turns.
My middle game I won, I had to start like this. That was a good start.
Yeah.
I'm going to ink an Ursula. I'm going to play an Ursula.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So here, I draw. I can reliably ink the other launch, which makes me not have to worry about a decision here. So the interesting thing that I've got here is if I play the Lawrence can answer the Ursula. I could also just play a Pete here, and you can't really do anything on your follow-up turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is tempting in and of itself, because the Ursula can sing, Along Came Zeus, which is a problem.
And I need the other.
And you need the other one. So the question is here, do I want to play the Pete just to take you off the tempo, get an activation with Piglet a couple of times, or is it worth it to, play... I almost think that I want to play the Pete here just to get an extra activation out of the Piglet.
That's fair.
Because your board can't do anything much with that
fair.
in play. So it means that my curve is going to be awkward. But it also means that if you observe with your Ursula, I can punch it out and heal up with Rapunzel a little bit. So I think the answer is I am okay with taking a turn off to play Lawrence to play the Pete, because this means I guarantee 6 ink off of the 6 lore off the Piglet, because you can't kill me back. So we're going to quest 4 there. Go to 4, pass turn.
You're at 4.
I am.
I'm going to ink a Strength of Raging Fire.
Yep.
I'm going to play an Aerial.
Sure.
Oops.
Yep.
Bottom, that doesn't matter that much. And I'm not going to challenge in with the Ursula. Same thing you just said. She just dies for when I can potentially sing songs next turn. So go ahead.
Yeah. So my turn. You ready? We draw. That was a really good top deck.
It was a good top deck. It's an unfortunate top deck.
That's real good.
I don't like it.
No one asked you.
Me.
No real people asked you, let's
Hey.
be honest. So here we know you have an Along Came Zeus. Here we know that we're most likely losing one of our relevant resources next turn. I would be in favor of playing the Lawrence here, just so I've got a big sort of beater to threaten with. The only way you get out of this board position is if you whole new world away into some amount of resources. So here we're gonna Strength of a Raging Fire to remove the aerial. So now that you can't do that, we're gonna quest for 4 again. Go to 8. And here the question is. Do I ink for the turn or do I pass? Because the Rapunzel is good to heal up after you manage to chip down Lawrence. I don't feel an incentive to ink the Rapunzel here because I do want to be able to punch some stuff out on the follow-up turn. And Inking here doesn't move me any further ahead. So we're just going to pass.
Draw. I'm gonna ink her, I guess. We're going to. How much of your field can I need to get rid of stuff. I need to get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play a daisy first.
Sure.
Do 3 to do 2 damage to Piglet.
Yep. Dies.
I'm gonna do this to do 5 damage there. Get rid of the biggest puncher.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
So here we draw. So you have 2 cards in hand. The only way you get back in this game is by just being able to sing a whole bunch, and I'm not too worried about that. So here we're gonna challenge an Ursula.
Okay.
Killer. Get a counter. Get a counter. So that leaves my Cinderella open to be removed by Daisy, because I don't think you're gonna bother to quest for lore here. So while I don't want to ink the Lilo, I think that the Lilo feels like a reasonable play to draw me a card here, to play Rapunzel to have as a 2-body out. So that removes that damage.
Mm-hmm. Stopping me from being able to take it with Daisy, which is what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feed you more cards.
You don't want to feed me more cards. And then now it leaves me another question to be able to kind of keep pushing that lore. So not ideal to get rid of Lilo there, and I'd love to have gotten more value, but it is what it is. So pass turn. But now your singing platforms have been removed, and you're in a position where you can't really get me back.
Yeah, I want to do 2 things this turn. I can't.
Yep.
I have to punch into. Can't take either of them out. My gut says Cindy. Because she's the singer.
Sure.
I guess Pete can sing the same stuff Cindy can, eh?
I mean, Pete punches from that power, and you'll, if you're looking to punch into something, the thing that
I don't want to quest with it. So I just needed it out to be able to do 2 damage to something.
I don't know if I'd expose it here.
No? Okay.
Like, I don't know if it's worth the damage on this, because you know that the Pete will just punch you back, right?
Right, go ahead.
So draw. Hey, look.
Play that and quest with it, please.
I'd
like more cards.
So in this, I know that I'm not super worried about you doing much else to me. The Dwarf Mind doesn't get knocked out by anything you have. But I feel like I can play the Dwarf Mind pretty reasonably this turn.
The middle camera isn't working.
It's not working.
Do you see our cards there?
Yeah. Go reset them.
Huh. Okay, you talk through that. I'll reset that.
I'll explain why. Oh. Yep, it's back.
Hey.
Alright, so in this board state, the Robin Hood represents a bit of a problem. I would really like to have a knight to go along with it. But I don't really have a whole lot I can do about her. Because we want to play out the mine for sure. Ideally, it feels like I want a Calhoun to start to bully stuff down. But I'm also curious about if I want to miss a knight moving near activation. Because if I move a character there, I can ping something for 1. I don't hate that. Robin Hood poses a problem, but that's really the only problem left on your board. That's fine, I think. So to play that out, I Ideally, I'd like to hit a dock or something off the top to be able to take advantage of it, because I'm pretty close to just kind of winning just as is. So I think that we can take a turn off from the mine, play the Calhoun, just to threaten back your stuff. We are not really worried about you questing super meaningfully, so we're just going to quest to 12. So we just want to race you. You can gain 2 lore, but that's fine, because that's what we're going to kill. So that's right. Because your only really form of card advantage is Rapunzel punch in, which I don't love for me, but I don't have a way to really stop it.
Five and one.
Sure. So removes mine. I got no value, but I did lead a card out of your hand, and now I can actually gain lore off of the cow.
And she was what I wanted to back into with that before, but I think the mine's more.
I don't know if the mine's more relevant part here, but I think that this part you're pretty stuck, and part of it is like removing your resources to do.
It's thrown to the peat.
Okay, so 3 damage. Gain 2 lore.
Go ahead.
Cool. Draw. Not a bad card.
That's not what I want to see.
I mean, no one asked. Cool. So we play that. Play the Daisy just because we can. We are going to challenge into your Daisy with the Cindy. I take a damage. I'll show you why.
Oh.
Because I can now kill your guy,
Yeah.
and I gain 2 lore, so it's the same thing, but I get to remove your problem child. And I take no damage from there.
That's fair. And I guess the strength you can just hard cast, yeah.
And the strength we're just going to remove, and then we're going to quest for 2 to 16. So I am empty-handed, but my top decks are much lower to the ground, because I'm at 4. I haven't kind of wasted any sort of resources. And you need to remove multiple things this turn.
Yeah.
You probably only kill one.
And this is kind of all I can do. So
Yeah.
you will win on the next turn. Next game.
Yeah, next game. Yeah, the keyed off the top.
Alright, I'm going to go first.
7.
Was that turn 7?
Would have been my turn 7 when I got there. Alright, so I'm on the draw this game. So the Cindy is not as relevant as a card to dig for, simply because I don't think it's reliable for me to have it on subsequent turns. I want Calhouns is what I really want, and I want Calhouns and Lawrences because they kind of get around most of your removal while being able to punch back any of your singers that kind of establish themselves. Okay with the right combination of mine plus night dudes, but I'm really gonna push hard for Calhouns and Lawrence. That's what we're looking for.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So your opponent decides first with a mulligan, so you never really want to take a big think at your hand until after they've decided, because if you're quick at mulligan decisions, it should be hard, but you want to know what they're looking for. So mulligan's 5, so aggressive mulls.
Way worse. It was not good to begin with.
That's what we like to hear.
I didn't know it could be worse.
So again, we've got a pretty okay hand. We've got the Cinderella, but then I say that the Cinderella is... No, keep that back. Keep that back. So, in this matchup, the Happy isn't really a super great card for us.
I'll take the Happy, too.
Which means the Inkables is what she's selling. So
I take the Daisy. I want something to play on turn 1. Anyways.
So, what I'm looking at is the Daisy is not relevant here for us, because in this matchup, we are the faster deck, but also we want to be able to kind of grind past her. So I don't think I need the Daisy turn 1, because I think my play my plan. My play is to play a turn 2 card for the most part. Doc, I'm going to push away for now.
I normally did too because I wanted to draw into him once I was a little bit more empty-handed.
We had 4.
Yeah.
And I think that I have a Lawrence. I have APs.
I don't think you need 2 Lawrences.
I don't need 2 Lawrences this turn,
You
but
kinda
he's really good. So I think that the Pete might even be the one that I push back there. So I think
I'd keep the Pete against SteelSong.
I don't know if I need it right now
That's fair.
because I already got my turn 3 play. Because I want to be, if I'm not being able to make an aggressive turn 1 play to keep you off the board, I want to have a turn 3 play that can kind of bully
You'll
down
be
on
able to.
your
You don't
boys.
know it, but you'll be able to.
But so 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. So we got a Calhoun because we were just pushing to get the turn 2 Calhoun. The expectation here is that the Cinderella is not something we're playing turn 1 unless we get lucky and you don't play a Cindy turn 1. Then I'll play a City turn 1, but otherwise we're just pushing for just wanted a Calhoun. And Smee's fine here as a little bully tool, but like the Calhoun's the better card. And we can ink Smee if we don't end up playing him. So
Alright, you good?
I am good.
I'm making Lilo. I got nothing. Go.
We mulled 4. So my opponent says that they've got no turn 1 play, which we're cool with.
No, I'm not.
I said I'm cool with. So
You got enough there to share.
we've got it. We're gonna ink a Happy. We're gonna play a Cinderella, and we're gonna pass turn. Would you like to put it in the firing spot?
Pardon?
The Sheeproof's got the strength of a raging fire.
Go.
Mysterious has the dark side of the moon. Alright, cool. So we'll draw here. Alright, so we're in a pretty good shape. So
1 second. You'd be okay. No, you'd be removed.
So here's an interesting conundrum: is that the Calhoun with the Smee out isn't quite as good as I'd like it to be. We could play our own Shmee, which I don't love because we don't think we need it. We can't quite kill the Shmee right now, but we can kill it next turn. I think that we're gonna opt to have ink the Shmee, have the Calhoun in play, and we're just gonna pass here.
Ink that. I'm going to play the Cindy.
Sure.
All I got. Brutal. You're just going to take this Shmee out. I don't think it makes sense for me to quest for Shmee at this point in time.
I think he's a bully tool that you leave to threaten back
Yeah.
my Cindy, but that's
No.
your
Okay.
call. Alright, turn 3. Draw card. Oh, that's interesting. So, what do we do here? So we've got lots of options. We definitely feel like we want to deploy the Lawrence because the Lawrence is a really good card just to kind of keep bullying with. The Happy is an interesting option because the Happy lets us sort of do a fair bit of damage with the 7 Dwarfs Mine.
Yeah.
Removing a Cindy later. But check is that's a turn 4 play.
Well, you have to have the Happy out because then on turn 4 you can play the mine and move into it.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, you just a turn delayed on it.
Yeah, and I think that the answer is that I will probably find a dock before I find that. So I don't hate inking there. Playing a Lawrence. Strength to
Don't do it, don't do it,
fire,
don't do it,
yours
don't-
me. That removes your problems. Now I quest Calhoun for 1. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like the goal is to use my pieces to remove
Yeah.
your pieces.
I go.
Pass turn. Up to 1.
Only turn 4. Oof, oof, oof. I'm gonna ink Lilo.
Sure.
Hard cast, and then along came Zeus.
Okay.
I think this is the one that makes the most sense.
I agree. He is a hard card for you to deal with this matchup.
And then I be sad and pass. Ooh. I have in my notes, real bad start.
Alright. So here, play another Lawrence. We're gonna sing a Strength of Raging Fire. Go away.
But I need her. I had
Shift?
I had
Yeah,
shift. I had shift, Cindy.
I figured you might have had a shift, Cindy. Here I could ink, but I don't think there's a real reason to. We're just gonna +1 up to 2 and pass turn.
Shift Cindy's my favorite. Robbed me of her.
I mean, it is.
Shift Cindy. Which I hate. So I could play one piece of removal or I could do a whole new world. I really don't want a whole new world you. But I need characters. At this point in time, I'm sitting with 3 songs. 2 of them are unankable.
I think there's an argument for this turn having inked the Strength of Raging Fire and unlocking Zeus like this guy, because I'm only representing pushing
No, that's
2
fair.
more. Like, you've got a fair bit of time, right? Yeah.
Nope, that's fair, because then hopefully if I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 2 turns away from her, but
We're gonna ink Akita.
she cleans up your field if I can get her out.
Well, question up to 4.
Okay.
Pass turn.
And you haven't been super fast with your lore.
I'm trying not to be. I don't think it's super relevant here because I know that your out is like a whole new worlding me in most cases.
You get Stomp.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him here as opposed to putting him out because I'm hoping next turn I can play Big Cindy.
So Big Cindy lets you. So the question is, will you be so far behind at that point?
That's true.
So I think if you're looking to do like the whole new world side of it, I think that you play that, ink the Big Cindy because you're probably not getting to cast her on the follow-up turn.
Yeah.
And then you're just kind of hoping for that I don't top deck a removal spell here. Gain 1 off the mine. So that would be bad, which I don't. We'll have her play a Lilo, move a Lilo to Forever Home, pink Gaston for 1. And then we're going to quest 4 up to 9.
Ink Pete.
Yep.
Sing a whole world.
Sure.
1, 2.
So there's
3,
an argument
6.
there for playing the Pete first because you know I've got a lot of like spot removal spells on the back end. Because like you're gonna draw an
No,
inkable,
that's
right?
fair.
Like the odds are good. So another pro tip: I don't need to look at that because I don't need to give you any insight into like what I'm possibly gonna hit.
Ink a little Robin Hood. A Rapunzel.
Yep.
Draw 1. Go ahead.
Cool. So my turn. Line gains 1 up to 10. Draw a card for the turn. So I drew a whole bunch of stuff. I drew a response Pete, which is pretty good there. My hand is pretty clogged in terms of what I can do with it. I do a couple of cute things. Probably the cutest thing here I could probably do is play a Pluto. I wish I could play a Pluto and a Pete this turn, but I can't. Also, this is probably where Akita comes in pretty reasonably well. Because I think I can just play Akita and quest out and be pretty okay with that.
That's fair.
So the Calhoun could kill the Gaston, but it dies back. I gain 2 lore. Feels like a reasonable trade-off there, just to buy time. I could play the Kita to prevent stuff, or I could play more stuff. That's tricky. Because I think we definitely kill the Gaston no matter what we do. Puts us to 17 this turn, and we just want to make sure that you can't deal with me the rest of it. So the only things I could deal with this board would be a whole bunch of songs sung. The punching part's not super relevant, so we're going to challenge with Calhoun there. We'll lose her. We'll go to 12. We will quest out to 5 to go to 17. And then we will play Pete into the board. No songs for you. We're going to ink the Pluto because he's less relevant here. We're going to play a mine, just have some harder targets to deal with. And next turn we're feeling pretty good. So pass turn.
Yeah, you got that.
Oh.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah. Because I just got under you.
I had no removal in my hands. The Pete was kind of irrelevant to this particular turn, other than the fact that I guess it could have, but then I wouldn't have necessarily had the
It's
same.
why I killed the Gaston, right? Like
Yeah.
the trade off is the Calhoun for the Gaston. Just lets you again. It's all about against this matchup. All about taking
Yeah.
you off of your ability to sing stuff.
Okay. What turn was that?
That was turn 6 or 7, I think. I haven't marked my notes as 7.
Seven, yeah.
So about what it typically expects to be.
All right.
Thoughts?
You had 2 great starts.
I did. And a big part of it is on the back of mulligans.
No, yeah, I had a very less than stellar start this one. I still like to see some more matches with it because
I played them.
10 minutes? You sure we have 10
Yeah.
for another one? Okay.
We'll do a third game in the series so you can get to play.
I was going to say that the game that I won against SteelSong were starts like that.
Yeah, 'cause a big part of it, SteelSong is a very...
And against SteelSong, my last game, I had no one drop. Which really...
I don't know if you need it against SteelSong. Like, the Cinderella was a nice benefit, but it wasn't necessarily as clutch as it could have been.
It's fair.
Because I could have just played out so that the plan I was already making, I just would have had more ink to work with.
There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And you're on the play, so you decide first.
I'm going to go first. Oh, you mean mulligan?
Yep, sure do.
Back again.
Okay, well, mulligan's
Really
five.
not liking pink.
So we know the daisy is not super great, so it means 2 of them is even worse than normal. So we're good to push those away. Pluto is a good card, but later game, Lilo is not great either. The Shmi is not ideal, but I don't hate keeping 2 Shmis and a Rapunzel and looking for 4 more cards, because the Rapunzel will be good with the Shmi if I get established. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a whole lot of help there, but we'll take it. It's not awful. So you're on the play, love.
Let's ink a Lawrence.
Sure.
Let's play. I don't want to play Daisy against you, so we're going to play Robin Hood.
Sure.
What?
Cool. So you've played Robin Hood, means that you've got no turn on Singer. I drew another Daisy, which kind of is not what I'm looking for, but is what it is. So we're going to ink the Piglet. We're going to play the Daisy, not because I have another, don't really have another option to resolve it. Pass turn. Because it won't do me any good just kind of sitting in my hand. There's no value to like having it for like a curse workflow because you don't run that card.
I'm going to ink Lilo because I don't think she's great here either, especially not this early. I'm going to play 2 1-drops.
That's going to be a fast game.
And at this point in time, I'm not hugely worried about that Daisy swinging to me for 1, so I'm going to quest for 1.
No.
Go ahead.
Draw. Our hand is not wonderful, but we're going to give it a shot. So the 7 Dwarfs Mine would be good if we got something to use it with, but we don't have anything currently. Her going up to Robin Hood. The big one is kind of our main concern here, but I don't really have a way to stop that. I don't have a removal spell that can take it out, and I can't punch to death. So I think we're kind of settling in to sort of do like more of a long game plan. So in that case, we're going to... So mine would be nice to have for later game, but we're going to play a Shmi. I don't want to feed you cards right now, and I don't really want to open up the Daisy and get knocked out, so we're just going to pass back.
Really? I want cards. Feed me cards.
Too bad.
I'm going to do 2 damage there.
Yep.
Card. Ha ha ha! Look at that top deck!
Yeah.
Guess I'm not playing Ariel. She never hits anyways. Doing that.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to feed you cards, but you have a lot of cards. And I think at this point in time, I'm in the position where I try to quest past you.
I think you at least quest the Robin, for sure.
So I'm going to quest for 2. I'm going to go to 3. That's going to be 3.
Okay.
Would you say no to the Daisy?
I mean, it's entirely your call on what feels good. I can't realistically kill it, so I don't think it's...
I'm going to quest the Daisy, even though it does feed you cards, because...
Just applies pressure.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Drew a Calhoun. Oof.
I mean, you could kill the Daisy by putting both of them into Daisy. You could also
Definitely making that.
Robin Hood by doing the same thing.
Play Lawrence. You're going to challenge the Cinderella.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yep. Sweet, as is tradition.
Ink and Ariel.
Sure.
I'm gonna.
So now she's less of a free roll. Like now, Lawrence can just kind of kill her back, but if you're still trying to push,
Yeah, if you kill her back though, you put the damage on. So I will quest for 4. I will go up to 9.
finish me off the flip.
Go ahead.
Draw. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're presenting boards of problems, but I'm okay with that because currently nothing is really bothersome at present. The question here is, do I want to punch the Robin Hood and draw a bunch of cards, or do I want to play down multiple threats this turn? I feel like I want to play multiple threats this turn, but that means that you get a free pass to kill my Lawrence, and I'm not wild about that. So I almost wonder if it's even worth going in. I'm not going to activate with Daisy. Oh, okay. That's better. So here we play a Rapunzel in. We're going to play a Shmi and a Calhoun. We're going to...
I mean, your Strength of Raging Fire now cleanly answers Daisy without you having to really.
I more want the Ariel. The Daisy's less for concern.
Ariel? No, that's fair.
Yeah. So we're going to Strength of a Raging Fire for the Ariel.
Okay.
Turn you off the Singer. Again, don't feel like the need to feed you cards because I think in this one, I have so much advantage that I'm trying to lock that all in.
That's fair.
So I think we just pass here. This is turn 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think every turn since we turn 5. Well, not thrilled about my current position. Ink Shmi. Daisy's going to swing into Lawrence for 1.
Yep, kills Daisy.
Robin Hood's going to swing into Lawrence for the rest of it.
Yep.
We'll gain 2.
Go to 11.
11. So you can take out the Lawrence and gain, or the Robin Hood and gain 2 lore off of it.
Yep.
So I'm going to reset myself for next turn.
Sure. So
2,
get rid
3,
of
4,
those
5,
guys.
6, 7. But I've gained a decent amount of lore off the Robin Hood. If you take it out now, it'll probably be in combat, but no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have inked this turn. I got nothing else. Go ahead.
So that removes my singing platform, which is a challenge for me. I draw a Cindy for this turn. I drew into a lot of uninkables, which is wonderful. Can we remove the Robin Hood with what I've got?
I mean, you could swing. It takes up both of them, but if you swing it with the Shmi and then the, unless you've got enough chip damage there. The Strength of Raging Fire would be ideal, but
I think I don't care. So I think we play that.
Mm-hmm.
Play Pluto in bodyguard mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, play Pluto in bodyguard mode. And I think we quest for 4.
5 for me.
4.
One,
Oh,
two,
5,
three,
yeah.
four, 5.
That's hard.
That gives me Daisy trigger.
Yep.
Go. 11.
Go ahead.
Aw. Pluto in bodyguard mode. That's awkward.
Yeah, you are awkward.
Hey. Um. Let's ink a Ariel. Let's play a Gaston.
Sure.
Let's do 2 damage to Pluto.
Ooh.
Take him out with Robin Hood.
Yep. Okay, 2.
Gain 2, go to 13.
Take 1 on your guy.
Stacy's. Go ahead.
Turn 6. Alright, so I made it through that turn. Not ideal, but we'll take her. Draw. We are gonna do this one regardless. So we're gonna let's draw my John to that guy, draw a card.
Sure you don't want to do that last, that I don't draw a card off him?
Hmm?
Because I draw a card if you kill him in combat.
He's not gonna make it to that, I don't think. Or if he does, I'm not super worried. You've got a mid full
I've got a
card,
mid-full
so
card, so
it's more about efficiency on my end. So really won't be able to kill a bunch of other stuff. So, oi, 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 oi. So what matters here? You're fairly well ahead on lore, but I can put a lot of bodies on the field this turn. I would like to remove the Robin Hood, but I don't know if I can in an efficient way.
I mean, the Calhoun removes it at this point in
Yeah.
time. And then you gain 2 lore off of it.
Yeah. It's 7. So I think we're just going to do that. You can have your card. I'll get my lore to 7. Those dorks.
Oh, that's a lot. Ugh. Okay.
Makes 9. Request for 2, 4, up to 11. 8 trigger.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay.
Yep.
Gross.
Yep.
That's gross.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Absolutely.
You may pay 2 to deal 3 damage. Oh, I'm not going to have that much left over. Alright. Well, you changed my desires here.
Fair.
I think you got it again. I got a bit full of cards, but I can't play enough stuff to remove that.
Yeah, 'cause it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, you could get rid of enough of it, maybe, but
No.
2 removal spells. 2 removal spells from your hand plus a fight with Gaston should get it there. But
I have 1 removal spell in my hand.
Yeah.
So let's do that. 2 damage there.
Sure.
Let's see if I draw another one.
Yep.
I did. Let's ink a Lilo and play that to get rid of that. Does that one make no sense?
Yeah.
Probably, right? Then I guess we swing into Cindy. Go ahead.
7. Yeah, sweet. That's dope. We're all about efficiencies today. Storm, heard of that? Draw a card. Yeah, sweet. We really are about efficiencies today. Ink a Happy. Play a Calhoun. Play a Doc. Draw 2. West for 6.
Yeah.
17.
Gross.
3 triggers.
1, 2, 3. That goes to the bottom.
Hey, look, you get to have cards to play with.
My turn.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you believe I have it?
I don't.
17. Yeah, I can't get rid of 3D of these. Good game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's 5 people watching us. Thanks for watching us.
Thanks for checking in.
I'll write up my thoughts later.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll post kind of like, but yeah, that went differently when you prioritize the Lawrences. They're a little bit more of a.
They're very hard to remove. They are a challenge for that list to get through. And the trick with that is that you want to make sure that you are, like I said, when you were explaining like what you're playing, you know, a big part of it is presenting hard to deal with threats, and in the SteelSong matchup, it's all about keeping them off of being able to do multiple actions a turn.
Yeah.
So like if you're able to like take out a Cindy, if you're able to take out, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's part of why the mines are in there, because the mines, you know, with a dwarf clearly answers like a Cindy on the other side.
No, and that's
because you can
fair.
play the dwarf on the same turn, play mine on turn 2,
Yeah.
play dwarf on
Looking
turn
back on it, I didn't have ideal starts when I played against SteelSong, but yeah, prioritizing different things may have gotten me into closer games.
Yeah, I still did really well. So there's that, and then knowing more matchups is fine. So
Great.
that's one of
Well,
them.
thanks for watching us, and
Yeah, see you next Wednesday.
we'll do this. We're playing this. It's every Wednesday, so if you want to see more of this, Wednesdays.
Yeah.